everything's put together, installed and good. I just gotta replace that baby and then take it for a drive. Sweet. Well, there it is. Dang thing came back. You saw the engine light come on again. That is unfortunate. I have a plan. There is a plan. What I'm going to do is just take everything off again, take the air duct off, the wiring off. Not going to take off the EGR valve, but everything else, I will not break this. I'm going to take off the intercooler and just basically get access again to the air intake and the EGR pipe. I'm going to take the EGR pipe off, and then I'm going to focus on two areas. Up there, potential plugs, and then down there. And I will explain on the computer. I got some schematics. I did some more research. So I want to take you inside, look at the computer schematics, and I will show you more detail. Here is a nice clean image of a new CX7 engine. And you can see here's the turbo, very nice. But pay attention to right here, this is the EGR valve you've seen me take off. This is the water outlet, or the water passage, as I've also been calling it. And that is where right here the EGR pipe connects to. And you can see that is the other end of the pipe right here. That goes into the intake manifold. So let's take a closer look at just the standalone water outlet. So here's a standalone water outlet piece. So here's the EGR pipe connects to. This over here is where the EGR valve connects to. So you see this, there's a bolt there, a bolt there. You can't see, but over here there's 4 bolts that this water passages connects to the cylinder head. That's where it connects to. So let's take a close look at that. So here is a clean image of the motor. This is just the bare bones cylinder head. So what you see here is I'm calling it a passage, whatever it would be, that the water outlet connects to. So those 4 holes I pointed out before, that is where the passageway in the water outlet goes to the EGR valve. So this, I believe, is the where the exhaust gas come out of the cylinder head and go into the EGR valve. If we take a look at that water passage from the other angle, now you see those are the bolts I was talking about before, the 4 bolts. This is the passageway that the exhaust fumes go out. Let's go over this again. Here's a cylinder head behind all this other stuff you see. From the cylinder head is the water outlet, or the water passage that we've just saw. From the water passage, exhaust gases enter, go into the EGR valve, down. When the EGR valve opens, the computer says, hey, open up, let some gases in. The gases come through, go down here, go into the EGR pipe, flow down the EGR pipe and into the intake manifold. So that is everything we are taking off. So where the cleaning is taking place is right here at that area. And we'll get to it more, but in here where the EGR pipe connects to the intake manifold. So right here, that's where the throttle body connects, those 4 bolts, just as I was pointing out before. And right here, this is where the EGR valve connects. This is what you saw me in the previous video cleaning out, this space right here. So now watch what happens as I change the contrast. This area right there. So watch as I turn up the contrast. There it is. Now do you see it right there, that hole? Now you see there's a hole, I don't know what that is, probably 6-7 inches maybe of internal plumbing. So this here is part 1 of the plan, and this area here is part 2 of the plan. I have most of the stuff out. I got the air duct out, intercooler off. All right, let's go over part 1 of the plan. So the plan is I want to take this valve EGR pipe off completely. start the car, and at idle, no gases, no exhaust gas should come out of there because the EGR valve naturally should be 0, so it should be closed. And then with my bidirectional scanner, I want to open this valve, and then I should see or hear and feel exhaust gases coming out. And if exhaust gases are coming out at that port, then that tells me its passageway is, I'll say, clean enough. I'm gonna start it, and let's just hope it runs. A little tighter. I'm going to have to adjust plan 1, and now what I'm going to do is just take everything off, take the EGR valve off, and clean everything back there. I won't be able to run it and confirm gases are coming out, but that's going to be the plan. That's the new plan 1, plan 1.5. All right, I have the EGR valve off. So this is where I have to clean. I want to show you what this is back there. So you should be able to see that there's 2 square ports. So in theory, I'm thinking when I cram this pipe cleaner through this, it should come out there. Let's see, so I'm gonna clean, I think, between here and between that bottom port. So if I spray in here, does it come out? Interesting. I did not see anything spray out. So let's cram something in here. Hey, there we are. Look at that. All right, scrub. All right, well, that's open. Now if I go cram something in the bottom, I can feel it's bending around some passages. Interesting. Schmutzy, but so that's in the bottom. So I've cleaned out as much as I can, crammed the stuff in there. I really don't want to take all this off, that water passage. That I'll think about it, but I gotta drain the radiator fluid and take a bunch more stuff off, so I just don't want to take it off.
A few moments later.
Having a change of plans, I am now gonna move on to plan 1.75. Decided I am going to take off this water outlet. It's gonna make a mess, and that's fine. I'm in this far. I just got to get that out so I make sure everything is clean. Together, there's no question that it's good.
Tomorrow.
So I got the hoses off. It is 8mm socket, and there's 4. So I'm just gonna crack these all. 1, 2, here. Oh yeah, this. So the problem is breaking this 250,000 miles of crud. So right there is where the hose, meets the metal, and I'm just getting right at the interface and working on it. It will eventually come out. Got it off. You can hopefully hear it's just draining. I got buckets underneath. I'm just gonna let it drain and then go back at it and try to find that bolt. Somehow we have to get access to it. I'll figure that out. All right, so here is, I got the mirror. That's that last one, I believe. Just socket I was using was too long. So let me show you how I ended up having to do this. Got to put on a little wobbly bit. When I went in from here, it's already out, but once you get it set and in there, it was like this, and then I just got a little extension, put it on there, and backed it out. After all that, let's get back to taking this baby off. Here we go. Another one. Oh, there it is. The third one. Now watch for a gasket, because there's probably a gasket that's going to fall, and I'm going to wonder where the hell it went. Bolt 4. And, oh, there's gasket. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. Now we're cooking. Take that, Mazda. So, all right, let's take this and let's go to my office. So here it is. Look at that, you son of a gun. So there's the gasket. Gently take this off. Come on. There we are. So there's the water passage. We'll clean that out. Ugh. And then there, if you can even see, oh, that is kind of gunked. A little bit gunked. But I'm going to clean that out thoroughly. And then we're going to go look at where this interfaces the head and see how schmutzed up that is. Well, there it is. It's gunked up. But we're gonna clean that out. Here it is, all rebuilt. So from here on out, I'm just gonna put this all back together before I forget what I did. Button that all up, then we'll move on to part 2. Oh, there it is. It's in there. I don't know what the torque spec is. Snugged them up tightly with my 1/4" ratchet and called it a day. I believe everything is now hooked up to the way it was. And 1.75 complete. Now we're moving on to part 2. Getting off the throttle body. So basically these 2 hoses and I think 4 screws. I think for the most part, that's it. So these bolts are again a 8mm. I got the connector disconnected from down there. That's a little bit broken, but that's okay. First. All right, one. Let's ease one last one here. 3. 4. I want to be careful too. There is should be another gasket in there, and according to the service manual, it's a replace gasket. So I don't want to replace it. Oh, jeez, I'm getting lucky. Some things are just coming right off nice and easy. You know, I got that carbon buildup. That is all right. Let's gently. Oh yeah. Oh, we can use that. That's metal. No problemo. We will reuse. Oh, big reveal. Yay! There it is, right there. I'm hoping you can see it. Ugh, what a mess. That is nasty. Sticking a rag in there. So, you know what I'm going to try to do first is spray some carb cleaner. See if I can shoot it right down that hole and see if it'll come out there. Nothing really coming out. Interesting. I'm just going to put some compressed air. Let's just see what happens. Let's see. Keep an eye down there. That's what. Come on. Oh, there we go. Chunk of something came out. So, that is good. Try spraying this down there again and see if stuff comes out. There we go. Look at that. That's what I wanted to see. Hot diggity. Come on. Go get in there. Get. Gum is right there. Oh yeah. Ooh. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna set you aside. You just need to know I'm just gonna keep sticking stuff in there and chemicals until I can get a wire brush or a tube cleaner all the way through. All right. There was a lot of schmutz. I got it through. There we are. So I'm just gonna play with this some more chemicals. I am confident now the passageway is clear. I just want to get it really clear. There's still just a lot of gummy goo. See in there? There's the brush. You know, so it's time to put everything back together. The throttle body has been cleaned. That port down there is as clean as I can get it. I believe it's plenty of airflow. The EGR valve, everything up to the head is clear, and what is beyond the head, I'll be honest, that's the only failure point I can think of. But it's all there. It's gonna put it all back together now and take it for a drive, and hopefully...
Ring, ring, answer phone. To my office walk. Ring, ring, no one's home.
All right, now we're gonna take it out for a little drive.